Well, hello everybody, welcome back. It is a lovely Sunday. We are 2 days after our windstorm, as you see. Let's see, we took a little bit of damage. That's the property damage we took here at Merciful. I don't know if you can hear it or not. I'm sure you'll hear it throughout this video. We still don't have power. We're 2 days later and we have no power. So that's inconvenient. Today I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of behind the scenes. I don't know how Ethan's gonna edit these together, so I doubt this will be a video of its own. It'll probably get tacked on to another one. No. But this will be a little bit behind the scenes of what we do after a big recovery jobs. Friday we had a thunderstorm come in. Following that thunderstorm came 80+ mile an hour straight line winds and started flipping over empty semis. So it's the first time in a long time we've ever seen this happen. And you know, it's just it's one of those things, something we're not used to. Getting 3 tractor trailer rollovers back to back. One of them was about 40 miles up the road, 30 miles, give or take. Don't hold me to that. So that's what we got there. And so yeah, today I'm going to inspect my rigging. I'm going to lay out all my chains that were used, all my straps that were used. We're going to clean them all off, pressure wash them, and I'll show you guys what we look for when we're doing inspections. Kind of see a little bit, like I said, a little bit behind the scenes here. So like I said, I'm gonna lay them all out. I'm gonna try and stay far enough away from the generator you guys don't have to listen to that. So I'm over, you see my truck's there, the generator running the office. This is our dispatch center right here, and this is just a little shop building. We don't keep much in it, just it's kind of an old building that eventually is gonna get torn down, but we have plans for the future. So, but yeah, the generator's running out of there and it's power in the office, and it's loud over there. So stay tuned and I'll be back in just a minute. I'm gonna get everything rigged out or laid out. I'm gonna show you what everything is that we have laid out, and then we'll just wash it all off and inspect it. So the People's Champ got used and abused. So did Shane's truck. I haven't figured out what we're calling it yet. I think it's something like blue suede or something. That's kind of cool. I don't know. But so yeah, I had like 6 people working out of this thing. Same with Shane's truck, same with Ragnar. So yeah, we had like, it sucked. So like my boxes are a mess. Of course, this box has been a mess since the last recovery. Like, I don't know when that was, but I don't know. I just haven't had time to, taken the time, let me rephrase that. I haven't taken the time to sit down and really go over everything. But what I want to show you here real quick while I'm in this box is number one, kind of the way I have everything laid out, and number two, my 5/8 rim slings. I want to real quick, because I'm not going to lay those out over there with everything else, but I was pulling them out and looking at them here. You know, these are what I go to all the time. 18,900 pound working load limit in a basket. You know, if I want to go a straight line, which I'd never do with them, 9,450. And then a choker, 8,030 pounds in a choker. I don't choke anything with them very often unless it's like a small car or something like that. But so what I wanted to show you is, this is obviously, this one's a good one. But this is what happens to them after we use them for so long. You know, that one, I should have thrown it away a long time ago. This one, I'm taking it out of my box, and this is why. This fraying is also, this is all starting to fray out and tear. And then as you get down here through the rubber coating, you can actually see I've made it through, or that's just an outside coating, it's not rubber. But you can see I've actually made it through one of the strands on that one. So, and then here, of course, that's just the tailing, but it's getting pretty chewed up, so I'm gonna take it out. Mostly because could I still use it for like smaller jobs. I keep sticking you in the toolbox so the generator's not so loud. I hope it's working. But I could use it for like cars and stuff like that where it's never going to get close to its working load. But when we get on situations like Friday where we're back-to-back recoveries, we got quite a few people on scene because we're on a busy highway. We're trying to clear the road as fast as we can. People don't know what to look for. Some of our guys are very fresh. As you'll see in this video, we have 2 new guys that are 2 weeks. Sean and we call him Taco. His name's Chakotay. These guys have been here with us for 2-3 weeks now. Very fresh. They're rollback drivers, light duty guys. So whole different world we opened them up to on Friday. And I'm telling them, grab equipment, grab equipment. And they did a fantastic job. Everybody on the accident did a fantastic job on all 3 of them. They don't know what to look for. I tell them to go grab a rim sling. They know what a rim sling is, but you know, they haven't learned like, hey, I can't use that one. So I'm taking them completely out of my box. That way they don't get grabbed by accident and we use faulty rigging. Safest way to do it. And then of course, you know, these are our web shackles. We use them on our flat straps. And another thing too is I wanted to show you guys, these are, when I'm yelling out for strap protectors, these are our strap protectors. They're basically just old conveyor belt that we got from somebody, and they work great. They tear, but we have rolls of it and rolls of it and rolls of it at the shop. So we need more, we just cut more, you know, it's no big deal. So that's something a little bit I wanted to show you out of this box. I'm not going to get everything out of it. I am going to get this stuff out of the bottom and reorganize it. Get my straps that I'm still using daily hung back up. And in that video, I'm only getting out the rigging that I used to lay out for the rest of this video. Yeah, this one in the rollover, one of the rollovers, I said I needed another 12-foot blue strap because mine has a cut in it. This is what I was talking about. Once you start seeing that, the inferior of this strap, it is junk, completely useless. So that's why strap protectors are so important. You can't always prevent it, but I don't know exactly what that strap cost. I'm sure it's a couple $100. It's a heck of a lot cheaper than a 5/8 chain or a 1/2-inch chain, though. I tell you that. That's why we go to these straps all the time. But so yeah, that's just a little bit of what I'm looking for here as I clean my rigging out. Is just looking for tears and straps, getting them out of the box so people don't use them, throwing them away so they don't ever get used again. This strap's only been used like once. I didn't use it in this job at all. It's a 20-foot blue recovery strap. So, and these guys, what we use to hang these, my truck and Shane's truck is set up the same way. This right here is a it's a shelf bracket. Actually, we put it in a vise and we make this little bend on it. And all of these are all just shelf brackets. There's no good way to, Miller makes a great way to store shackles that hangs right on this rail up here. I keep forgetting to move the camera, but hangs right on this railing up here. Or you could put them, most people put them here in these boxes, but yeah, I didn't want them like that. I really wanted everything that uses soft rigging, shackles and all that all in one box. So yeah, these shelf brackets are good, durable, they're strong. I mean, I literally, you see us all the time, just throw shackles right back on it. So yeah, anyway, that's that. So I'm gonna continue getting the rest of this stuff drug out and cleaned off, and then we'll go from there, and I'll show you guys what we're looking for as far as chains wise go when we're looking for damage on chains. I'm gonna use the old HVAC unit here as a little bit of a makeshift shelf so I can stay a little bit away from that generator. But so brought a couple things here to show you guys. First one right here, this is one of my strap protectors. And when we make these, what we do is we just take a razor blade and cut a slit. We'll cut off a big square chunk, cut a slit in each side. And you can see this didn't happen on the last recovery. This one was at the bottom of my stack of them. So this probably happened a long time ago. But you can see this more than likely saved a strap. It got caught right here on a sharp edge of a trailer or something and ripped. It cut clean right there. You see right here where it got a little bit tore up. Looks like it got hot right there. It looks like it melted. But this more than likely this saved one of my straps on a job somewhere. And this is still reusable. You know, that's the thing about it too. Once if these lines tear all the way out to the end, it's just a shorter piece of rubber. I can still use this piece to protect the strap. That's the good thing about them. That's the part of the reason they're so important. I can't reuse a strap once it's cut, but these rubber protectors, I reuse them all day long. You know, even if it was all tore, which I have a few that are torn all the way to the edges. And all I do with them, man, if I can't slide it on the strap, I can lay it on there and run a strap right over it. You know, we're picturing this as the corner of a trailer. I can lay it on there and rub a strap right over that. It's still going to work as a strap protector. So you can get them. Like I said, this one we got from a good guy of ours. He's been in a few videos, I'm sure. He was a volunteer firefighter. He's been out on scene with us a few times, and we got rolls of this stuff from the place he works. They throw it away when they're done with it. We take it. Same with fire hose. We take old fire hose, but fire hose can be stiff sometimes and hard to work with, hard to slide it down a strap, especially some of our big yellow ones that I'll show you guys here in a little bit are, you know, 26 feet long and 12 inches wide. You know, it's hard to slide a fire hose over that. So that's where this stuff comes in handy. The other thing I wanted to show you here is looking at our shackles. I've inspected all the rest of mine. These are just two that I wanted to show you. I'm looking all around. Now, I don't care about the paint condition. It's going to get tore up. But what I'm checking is making sure that none of the pin didn't get bent. It didn't get spread apart. There's no stress fractures anywhere in the actual shackle itself. These are 9.5 ton shackles. Most of what we use shackle wise are 9.5 ton. I think my truck only has 9.5 ton shackles on it, and they're 3 different sizes. So this is 1 1/8. I have them at 1 inch. I think I have them at 3/4 inch as well. So I think Shane's got a few 12 tons. I'm looking at this one as well. So, you know, just checking over it, making sure it's still in good condition, making sure it's still usable and safe. Shane's got a few 12 tons, and then he's got some big silver 17 ton shackles. And then of course I have a couple web shackles. We're still working on getting all of our equipment. This stuff's expensive, guys. This recovery equipment, everything we use is just, it is expensive. So we're really trying to get everything we need to be able to safely be doing our job properly every single time, which we are. We're not doing anything wrong per se, but there's definitely, you know, you want to use web shackles on your flat straps. You want to keep your strap nice and flat. And you know, the web shackles are the big triangle ones with the actual bolt and nut and the pin that keeps the nut from spinning off. But you know, you want to, there's preferred ways to use every piece of equipment, and we're slowly trying to get outfitted with everything we need to use the equipment the preferred way. So that's pretty much the end of that. So like I said, I'm gonna finish getting these chains out, get my boxes reorganized, and then we'll get the chains all cleaned up and we'll inspect those as well. So these here are our big yellow flat straps. So these are 12 foot wide, 30 foot long. In a vertical line, they're rated at 19,200 pounds a piece. As a basket, it's 38,400 pounds. So that individual strap both of these straps by themselves are rated at 19,000 pounds a piece. These are what we wrap trailers with. So I'm looking for any kind of maybe chemical damage if it laid in any oil, antifreeze, DEF fluid, diesel, anything like that. I'm also looking to see if they got any tears in them. Looking for just pretty much anything that's gonna warrant putting this strap out of service. And both of these straps are in fantastic shape, so they're doing good. Our strap protectors did their job to save the day, because let me tell you what, these bad boys, that's an expensive strap. That one hurts if we have to replace one of those. We buy them to try and stock the trucks. We try to put 2 on every truck, but you know, it's they ain't cheap. So anywho, yeah, none of it's cheap. None of it is. Everything's so expensive. Everybody wants to know why the wrecker bill's so high, because everything we buy is expensive. There's nothing that you can be like, oh, well, that was cheap. No, it's not. None of it. So I'm gonna get these rolled back up, and then we're going to get out some more. I always roll them up so the tag's facing up. That way when you put them in the truck, people know what they are, and you can read the rating right away. Also, I had something else. Oh, they're heavy. These are extremely heavy. So they probably weigh in the neighborhood of 50 pounds. So it's another thing. If I had a scale, I'd weigh some stuff for you guys, but I don't have a scale. But yeah, that's why it's called heavy duty towing, because everything's heavy. I've got all my most common chains I use laid out right here. The blue hooks, that one and that one, are 1/2 inch, grade 100 by 15 feet. The red hooks are all grade 80 chain, and these ones that I have here, I believe, are 6 feet, maybe longer than that. They are 3/8 grade 80 by, I don't think it tells me on this. No, it doesn't. But these, like I said, I think that's like 6 feet, maybe 8. And then my other ones are obviously, they're 15. I know my 1/2 inch grade 100s are 15 feet. So those ones are 15. They're the same length. But these 3/8 grade 80 chains have a working load limit of 7,100 pounds. My 1/2 inch grade 100s, of course, 1/2 inch grade 100 chain has a working load limit of 15,000 pounds. Now, here's where chain differs from straps. Chain does not have an accurate rating in a basket form, because you don't truly wrap any corners the right way. You have to have a very gradual curve to wrap, to get a true rating out of a chain. Now, when you wrap a chain, so you take this chain and you want to wrap it around something, the way all of your links curve, unless they make a true gradual curve, they're being put in a bind. Most of the time they're being wrapped something like that, and it'll be put into a bind. So what that does is reduces your working load limit. By the way, that chain gets put into a little bit of a pinch right there. So you can guesstimate a 1/2 inch grade 100 chain is going to have double the working load limit if you double the chain up and make one basket continuous loop formation, like I do with mine almost every time I use them. But it's not a true 30,000 pounds that it's going to be rated at. Somebody's done the math before and it's somewhere in the 27-ish something thousand pounds. But at the end of the day, you can roughly guesstimate that it'll be double, a little bit less than double. So just understand your ratings, understand what you're working with, and you'll be fine. Now, as far as inspection of these goes, I just pressure washed them all off, and I'm gonna go through each one of them, link by link, and check and make sure none of these welds, ooh, grass is wet, couldn't imagine why. Check the pins and the hooks, make sure they're in good shape. Check the links, make sure none of the welds are broke, because if a chain breaks, 9 times out of 10 it breaks right there on the weld. That's why when we're hooking the chain, you'll hear me tell people, never hook the weld, always hook the other side, like so. It's hard to do one-handed. Always hook the side where the weld is not being pulled on. Now, if you hook a chain like this, that's on the weld, but I'm choking it. If you choke a chain, you lose 80% of your working load limit right here. So you're 15,000 pounds, say that end is choked as well, and you choke this end, or whatever it may be. Yeah, you choke this end and you choke that end, your working load limit is reduced from 15,000 to like 12.5. Whatever 80% of 15,000 is. I don't have that math on the top of my head. But yeah, it reduces your working load limit a good little bit. So I try to never rig that way. I always try to double it back. Give me as much working load as I can so I know I don't have to worry about it. But it's been a little while since I've inspected all of my chains, so I'm gonna take some time here off camera, go through these, get them all looked at, make sure they're safe to continue using, and store them back on the truck. I'm also going to use this time, since I finally took all my chains out of my boxes, I still have some 5/16 grade 80 chains in there and some 3/8 grade 70s in there. I use those for like holding up axles and stuff like that. I'm not getting those out because they don't get used for recovery. I don't worry about them. They don't ever get put to their working load limit anyway. So but I finally got all these out of the crates that I put them in. I put milk crates down on the bottom so they don't scratch the heck out of the side of the truck when I put them in and out. But one of them's broken. The handle on one of them's broken, and I've been meaning to turn it for a long time. So I'm actually going to use this time to get that done. So I'll come back here in just a little bit with the next thing. So that's pretty much the end of that. I've got everything inspected. Everything's doing good. We had no damages to any equipment, and all in all, I'd say it was great. 3 recoveries back to back to back, so can't complain about that in the least. So I think that's going to wrap this up. I'm on to his house, so I'm gonna jump here in the People's Champ. You got Shane's wrecker over there, and Floki over there. Shane's playing drill this weekend, so I'm solo dolo for the heavy duty operations part of stuff today. But it's been a pretty slow day. It was a nice day. I was able to get everything inspected. I wanted to wash my truck today, but I was not able to, so that kind of sucks. But had to write reports and do other stuff, so you know that that manager status, yeehaw. So but truck will get washed tomorrow. Shane will be back from playing Toy Soldier tomorrow. It's Monday. We'll see what the day brings. See y'all next time. Okay, bye.